Hi, Sue from Tangle Glory here. When you've got pain like I do today with sciatica, quite extreme, I like to tangle. So we'll get our materials ready. So we have our 9 by 9 centimetre tile, our pencil, graphite pencil, our tortillon or blending stump, and our Micron one or a pen. It can be a normal pen or it can be a this is where my brain goes because I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. So a Micron pen or just a pen. So here we go. So we're going to put a dot in each corner of our tile as we normally do. And then we're going to join those dots up to make a border. And they can be wibbly wobbly or straight, it doesn't really matter. And then, because I'm not really having to think too much, I'm going to do the letter Z. And I often do this when I'm in pain with sciatica and I just don't have to think too much. So we are doing Crescent Moon today in one of the sections. I'm going to do it in a slightly different way. So I'll just get you to watch me for the first one. So we're going to do a half moon shape. And then instead of colouring it in, we're going to do a letter V inside. And then we're going to colour that V in. And then we're going to forward. And then we're going along to the next one. And we're going to do our half moon or our ladybug shape. And then around the middle of it, or thereabouts, we're going to do a little V. Then we're going to colour the letter V in. And then we are going to aura that or mimic that shape. Then I'm going to turn my tile just to make it a little bit easier on my hand. Make it a little bit clearer for you to see. And then we're going to do another half moon shape, a ladybug shape. To do a V in the middle of it. Then we're going to follow that V here. And then we're going to form a shape around it. And a bit further along, half moon shape, a ladybug shape, a V inside it. And then we're going to follow that V in. And then we're going to draw the outside. And then we're going to turn our tile. And then we're going to do another half moon or ladybug shape. A V inside it. And colour that in. One more half moon shape or ladybug shape. A V inside it. Colour it in. Now, I often like to tangle when I'm in pain because it helps me to focus on something else. And it also helps me to get my attention on what I'm doing. So we are going to just aura around again those ladybug shapes. And then in the middle of these two, I'm going to do a ladybug shape, half moon. Then we're going to do a letter V, and then we're going to colour that letter V in, and we're going to turn the title. We're going to do the same here in the middle, a little V, colour it in, and colour it. And the same again here, half moon shape, letter V, colour it in, and then we're going to pour around each of those ladybug shapes. And go on again. And one more time. Over here, here, here. Now to shade this one, what we can do is with our graphite pencil, we can just go around the original ones that we did. Spotty on with just the same. Just here. You very gently massage it into the actual logo shape. And there we have it. And that is another version of Crescent Moon. I'm going to do another version of Printemps, and I'm going to do it in this section here. I'm just going to make it a bit clearer for you so as you can see. So we're just going to start with a big Printemps in the middle. And then I'm just going to do some little And I'll do the whole section of Printemps first and then do to make it so beautiful. Remember, you can go one way or the other. We've got our Printemps, and now to make it slightly different, I'm just going to put some little bulbs in the bottom section. And just smooch them together. And the bulbs in the bottom section, the tail section if you want. And smoothed together. Very technical term. Zentangler, you smoosh things. You're just concentrating or focusing on one bulb at a time, remembering to breathe. And focus again. And then with shading this one, we're going to shade the orbs in Printemps. So we're just going to give a little smiley face in each orb. Just gently smooth those in. And just give it hit on some of the small ones. Soft on the podium, bending stump. Into the grooves. Anything micro. The moment I'm noticing my pain subsiding somewhat, which is a nice relief. Sciatica from time to time, but it ramped up a notch yesterday. And it's continued today, but thanks to doing this, at the moment it's actually helping calm my body and my mind. Here we have a different crescent moon. And this one we're going to do slightly differently. It's Hollibaugh. So take one of your bigger sections, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to take this one here, and with Hollibaugh, we do 2 parallel lines, and then 2 large tail, and then we do another 2 parallel lines. When they hit the first one, we pick up our pen and we take it and go over and tangle always on the other side. We're going to do that in that whole section. We're going to fill that section with Hollibaugh, and then I'm going to go through and change it slightly. Or we can do wide, extremely wide ones if we want. Wide bits of wood. Smallish. Yeah. And then in this one, I'm going to turn to slightly on the side. At the top. And then I'm going to do 2 little parallel lines. Sides in. Go along 2 little parallel lines. Color them sides in. Do that for the little bit of wood. To breathe. Don't hold your pen too tight. And then for this big one, going to do with 30 pieces Oh my God, this is oh my God. So we're going to do a giant smooth leaves beside it. I think that'll do for that one. That's made it slightly different. I don't know if I've told you about a white chalk pencil at all, but a white chalk pencil is also good to have. If you don't have it, you can use a white, just a normal white pencil, that would work. And with our white chalk pencil or white pencil, we're just going to go up the middle. One that we did lines on. And then with our tortillon, if you want, you can just gently massage it in. You don't have to. I often don't when it's white. As it's quite small, I just leave it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of purple on either side of the barber's pole, as I like to call them sometimes. I, um, I, I'm really not working well today with, dinner. That's okay. I'm still tangling and we're still doing it. I'm putting chalk down on the under section, and then we're getting our tortillon and we're pushing out. And with this one we've done here, it's going to underneath. And then we have our Hollibaugh in a slightly different way. And next we're going to do bales. We're going to do that slightly differently as well. So we're going to do our grid lines as per usual. And we're going to turn our tail and across. Oops, as you can see. And then I'll get you to watch me for the first one. I'm going to do a big diamond around instead of where they join. Sorry, I've got the wrong. Just going to do a big diamond around that vertical line. And on the side here, we're going to do a half diamond. And same on this side, a half diamond. And then what was horizontal will now become vertical. Same thing again. It's a bit like holly leaves. This would be great to do on a Christmas garden, Christmas time. Now, if you'd like to, you don't have to. You could leave it like that if you want. But I like to do some leaves. Mm, leaves. Just do a little bit of tickle in the middle of the four leaves. Just in the middle section. And to shade this one, we get a graphite pencil, tortilla, just right in the center. I put a big blob of graphite. Sides, and with our tortillon, we gently push them out in a circular motion. And there we have it. Remember to put your chalk on, which is your initials. Just anyway. And I hope you had fun tangling with me today. And now my pain has really subsided thanks to the tangling that I've done. And I hope you're feeling a little better too. Bye for now. See you next time.